Welcome back, guys, to another video. Thank you for being here. In this video, we want to share with you our honest feedback and review about one of the up-and-coming candidate sourcing platforms that is changing the game for all of us recruiters. And in this video, I'm also happy to invite Tristan onto this video with me. She's one of our star senior recruitment managers at our agency who's absolutely crushing it. And as much as I love using Pin, I know that she uses Pin a lot and would love to hear about her thoughts, but also like how Pin stands out from other tools out there that we use, like LinkedIn, for instance. So Tristan, thank you so much for making time and being on this video with me.
Thanks, Preston. I'm excited to, go through Pin and just share some of my experiences as well. And, it's really been a fun tool to get the hang of.
Now, before we kind of get into it, I know that as a recruiter and someone like yourself who is managing a lot of roles with a lot of clients at the same time, we've been really digging deep in Pin and we love it for a lot of different reasons. And of course, we're going to cover that in this video. But we also, as recruiters, should use other tools like the OG LinkedIn and things like that. But without going into too much detail, Tristan, on high level, how do you just overall feel about Pin for someone who learned recruiting through manual, semi-manual sourcing through a tool like LinkedIn? Like, what has been kind of like your first impressions of it after using it for the past month or two?
Great question. So, yes, you still have to, put in your filters and do the manual editing part as you would in LinkedIn as well. But I think what's really helped with like saving time and just the overall usage of it is it pulls good profiles from the get-go. Whereas on LinkedIn, you kind of have to source through quite a bit of people before you get to that really good caliber. Here, you kind of have that straight off the bat. It has calibration tools that help you to see straight away, do they meet the criteria you're looking for, instead of manually having to go through all of that. So overall, a lot of time saving in general.
When it comes to finding the right candidate, the biggest time sink is sourcing, right? Any recruiter on the planet would agree to that. And I think being able to find the right candidate faster, smooth, frictionless, that would just make all of our days. And so if you're new here and checking out this video for the first time, we are doing a deep dive on our personal experiences with Pin. Again, it is one of the up-and-coming AI candidate sourcing platforms out there whose mission is to help save us recruiters time to find the right talent and reach out to them, to engage them, and ultimately submit them or hire them, or help our current employers or our clients, if you're on the external agency side, make time to hires a lot faster and a lot easier. And so excited to kind of share our screen now. They're using a lot of exciting technology, specifically AI, and I think they're using it very well. They're very intentional. We love the AI agents, and we're going to cover that in just a quick second. But what I'm going to now do is ask Tristan to share her screen and to kind of go over some of the main parts of Pin that we've been loving. And so Tristan, if you can go ahead and kindly share your screen, let's do it. And maybe we can start off with like the sourcing aspect, and we'd love to kind of hear your thoughts as to like, what about the sourcing that really is something that you like?
Awesome. So this is what you will see when you first initially log in. So everything is right here, all your data points, everything you want to check out, it's right there in a quick snapshot for you. So you don't even have to go into each role. And then what's really cool is as you add roles and positions in that you want to work, they pop up here and you can already see the exact status of where everything stands. So you can see if your candidate's going out, if you have manual sourcing or auto outreach on, which is a really cool feature that they offer as well. So you don't have to manually source in here as well. And then if you go into my positions, you can also add in new roles. If you have a team, you can kind of see the positions your whole team is working on. And then you can go in and source for each position that you want to work on. And then what's really cool about this is you are able to really create very specific points to what you're looking for as well when doing these sourcing passes. So you can create an initial job description, put all the information in. You can do a calibration sequence if you want to, which obviously just helps it to know that you are on the right track with what you're looking for. And then once you go in here, you can also go and edit your criteria. So if you want to make changes later on, you can do that as well. And then you can also see how it fits into the exact criteria of what you're looking for at a quick snapshot glance. And this makes it really easy when you start doing your outreach, shortlisting, declining. So it really is a very quick, easy tool to get the hang of. And once you're in there, it just shows you really the top candidates straight away. And then even further into that, it also has its own built-in outreach. So you can go into the outreach and you can create your own emails. You can select what type of settings you want to use. Do you want to do, LinkedIn outreach? Do you want to do normal email threads? Do you want new emails? So it's really a nice tool to just be able to go from the sourcing straight to the outreach part as well. So again, very time-saving tool if you want to use it as a recruiter. And as we know, time is of the essence in this game. So definitely important just to have this option available. You can set up multiple email boxes if you'd like as well. So on that aspect, I definitely think the integration tools have been an amazing, simplified way of just communicating with candidates that we find.
Perfect. Now, why don't we go through a little bit of each section in more detail? So if you want to maybe go to airbnb.com and just find find a random role, let's just see like what are the steps that you normally have to do, Tristan, to get like the sourcing candidates pulled up. It is super easy how they do on Pin. And so we'd love to kind of share with the audience like exactly like the steps that we do.
For sure. So that's a great question, and it's super easy to do as well. So let's say we want to add a new role in. We'll go to positions, we'll go to new job position, and then you can add a job description in exactly as is. So let's just say we wanted to do one for an SDR position, for example. We'll just go in here, add it in, and then once everything's loaded, you can just say send, position title, experience level, locations, qualifying questions. You can go and change these again after you've set it up as well. So don't feel like you need to do all of that here. You can select different titles that you're wanting to put in as you move through it as well. What positions do you want them to be?
Locations. Yep. And then questions.
And then qualifying questions. So this is quite important because you don't want to overcomplicate your questions, but you want it to kind of target candidates that are going to meet the points you're looking for in your criteria, right? So I would give this one a little bit more input than the other questions, especially in this stage, just to make sure you're not overcomplicating your questions, right? And then once it's set, you can either calibrate candidates or you can skip this step and go straight into sourcing. So calibrating, I'll just do a quick one to show you what it looks like.
And now while waiting for this, Tristan, like the menu that you showed us with the different titles, the seniority, like that is like really, really important because whether you are a new recruiter or experienced, sometimes like it's very, very important to know all the different types of variations of titles to target and experience levels to target. And I think like if you're recruiting for the first time, you may not know that. And so I think the fact that like Pin's really helping you, being able to kind of like give you like different options, I think is super, super helpful from like not only our team's perspective, but also recruiters out there. And so what Tristan has done is literally found a random job rec. We put it in there. You can also, like Tristan showed, ask specific questions to have Pin qualify. And now she clicks calibrate, where it's going to give us like a bunch of sample profiles to make sure we can teach Pin that's on the right track or wrong track. So this is the calibration. What do you see so far on the screen?
So once you get your calibration, this is where you can really start to nail down if it's understood the initial requirements that you've given to it. So if they've been, you know, depending on what the role is and what they're looking for. So let's just say this looks like a great profile, we're happy, you'll just go and click approve. And then let's say this one, it didn't look that great, only 8 months in their current role. We want candidates that at least have a year in their current position, for example. Or if you have any other requirements, like maybe the education is off point, or maybe they've been a little bit job hoppy. All those different points that you would be looking for in this calibration test is where you would fill in and give them feedback to this candidate. So you can just type in a little note if you wanted to learn from you, or you can just click reject if you just want to make sure it's right or wrong. It's just little points that are off. So you can type that in, click reject. So once you get to 5, then it will allow you to, now you can either finish or continue. So if you feel it's still not quite understanding what you're looking for, obviously you can then continue and just carry on with what you're doing, or you can just click finish and go into the actual sourcing now for those candidates. And then the candidates that you use through that qualifying stage aren't lost. You can actually go and get them from your shortlist again as well. And then once this loads, you can then go in and edit further, or you can start your sourcing.
Perfect. So why don't we go ahead and just wait until this is done? And then let me just kind of share some of my thoughts in terms of like what I love the information that Pin portrays in the sourcing bit. So as you can see, it takes a little bit of time, not too long, but also it's fast enough. And obviously like they're using the time very productive to be like, hey, how likely are you to recommend Pin to a friend or colleague? I think that's really cool. So if we just give it like another 5 or 7 seconds, it should be done here. So let's see what the results look like. Okay. So the result should be finishing up here and we should be seeing it any second now. You can do it, Pin.
It's finding us the best candidates possible.
Great.
Perfect.
So we made it to the short list. And this is again, something similar that Tristan was able to show before. Now, if you were just to pause here real quick, and let me just talk about some of the things that I really like. So when you put in the search or the job description, you calibrate, you validate the years of experience and title. This is what you see. This is very similar to like LinkedIn if you're accustomed to using LinkedIn. Now, if you look very carefully though, under each profile, you start to see the differences where Pin stands out from like other tools like LinkedIn. So first section on top is the question. So this is something that Tristan showed before. You can specifically ask Pin to show where in the candidate's resumes are answering the specific questions I'm asking it, which is like amazing because a lot of times you can't really understand or identify with confidence just looking at a LinkedIn profile. Like if someone has like a nuance or a specific skill you're looking for, or maybe like the inferences you have to make, it's just not very clear. And this just allows you just to not have to go through that friction. It just helps you to think less. And so, for example, the sample question we're using is, have they previously succeeded in a high volume outbound environment? And Pin responds with, hey, lack of evidence of strict 80 plus daily cold volume. Okay. But the second question is, do they have a track record of exceeding sales quotas? And then it says, hey, ranked MVP and BDR of the quarter of a bird eye. So like a quarter of bird eye. So this is like really, really helpful because if you're able to see these answers very quickly, it helps you make more snapshot decisions, whether or not you want to reach out to this candidate, Savannah, for instance. And then underneath it, you can then see all the criteria. And this is the section I really love because like in LinkedIn, you don't have a criteria section. You just have the current job history and in their past. But in criteria, you can specifically tell Pin what criteria to look for and show me which criteria this candidate actually has to help add another layer of confidence and validation in your decision making on whether or not this candidate actually has potential. So you can see for Savannah, 5 out of 5 criteria met, plus 1 bonus. BDR, SEO role, check. Bachelor degrees, check. Software industry, check. Sales lead generation, check. Sales quota, check, 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 check. And then you quickly go and scan like their current job descriptions, their previous past. So it just gives you a lot more like helpful data for a recruiter to be like, should I reach out to this person? Will this person be a good fit for the role, right? Is there anything specifically about like this that you want to add, Tristan, from your experience?
For sure. So those are all great points. And I think having that initial high level overview does save a lot of time as well. And also they show you what series they joined at. If you're specifically looking for startup environments, it tells you when they joined, how long they've been there, which is a lot quicker and time saving versus using a tool like LinkedIn where it's going to take a bit longer. And if you wanted to view more, you can actually click into the profile and actually get a full scope as well. So it's not like that information isn't there. It just gives you more information right in the screenshot in the beginning. So I also like the quick access points for saving and outreach. You don't have to select a whole bunch. You can just go ahead and outreach it straight away or shortlist it to review later if you liked what you were seeing.
Perfect. And then if you scroll down, it will just show you a short list of the top candidates it recommends for you. And the beautiful thing is every action that you do, whether you shortlist, reject, it's going to teach Pin to get more accurate about the specific role. So I think with this is just giving you a lot more information to equip us recruiters to make better decisions. If you scroll up, you can also click on criteria and re-expand the search, or you can put more filtering, more criteria. You can ask it more questions. You can, edit the current questions that you have just to make sure if the search results are not as like super dialed in as you'd want, you can obviously finagle it a little bit more to make it a little bit sharper. So I think for the sourcing aspect here, really, really excited about this, and it's been awesome for us. Now, the second thing I want to quickly touch more upon is the outreach. So if you click on the outreach, let's quickly touch upon this. So the cool thing about Pin is that not only can you find people, but you can also reach out to them all under Pin, all under the same transparent pricing, and they do a great job. So with every single outreach, right, for every new role, as you can see here, it comes with a certain number of emails, and you can always add more steps to the sequences, and you can of course edit them. Now, one of the cool things I like that Pin does is if you can look at this email specifically, the second paragraph is highlighted in purple. So that's AI personalized sentence. And the cool thing is this actually changes for every different candidate. So if Tristan selects a different candidate, the AI sentence would actually change, which I think is like a really, really an awesome way to use AI. But outside of that, Pin also does a great job in really creating a template email that you can use. You can choose to use it if you want, or you can choose to edit it, or if you have, your own sequence or templates that are convert or you like better, you can absolutely rewrite the emails here. You can also scroll down all the way down, Tristan, so you can select the number of steps you want to add when it goes out. You can also do like replies, add LinkedIn, add text messages, add even voicemails or calls to make it truly omni-channel, which is like obviously really great best practice that all recruiters should use. Is there anything specifically additionally about the outreach that you really like that works well for you, Tristan?
So what I really like is number one, it does give you a starting point where if you're not sure what to use, or you haven't written email templates before, or you're not getting good responses, you can always go back in and have that starting point to tweak it, which has been really helpful. And it just gives you kind of a guideline of what's working and what's not working as well. What's also really cool is it does track your emails. So it does give you notifications. It helps you to keep track on like a pipeline dashboard once you've got your outreach there. And I just think it's a very helpful tool overall, especially if you're new to the recruitment side and not sure how to frame your emails as well. And the fact that you can have multiple email boxes selected, or you can even select manually queue or automatically send out. So if you want to sit and actually go through every email from the auto outreach, you can do that, or you can put it onto auto outreach and it just does everything for you from start to finish.
Like I shared before, like it's just, they do a good job in making a product for not just like new recruiters, but also really experienced ones. So if you really need help, like trying to look at someone's background and you need to see more information, like the sourcing, the criteria, the questions are really helpful for that. If you need help crafting really good messages, you don't even know where to start, their template, in my opinion, is pretty good. I mean, can it be improved? Can it be tweaked? Absolutely. But for someone who's like, hey, I don't even know where to start, how do I even write it? The fact that like they give you a template that converts, like I think that's fantastic. And then, adding the cherry on top, the AI personalization is just a really cool feature so that, every candidate really feels like you're just not sending them AI slop. You're like reaching out to them because of a certain reason, because there are certain things about their backgrounds you really like, or you did research, or you're giving them the feeling that you did research about them, which goes a long way. So I know that when you send the outreach out, you can get responses in a consolidated inbox, which is something that we use a lot here tier 2. But I think the final thing that I want to talk about is their AI agent, which is like really awesome. And I think for a small agency like us, it helps us have greater fulfillment capacity of a much larger team. So what I mean by that is at our agency, for example, someone like Tristan is managing a lot of clients, a lot of roles at the same time. There's only so many roles one person like Tristan or me can source or engage in a particular day. There's only so much we can do, especially if we do everything manually, right? There's only so many hours in a business day. There's only so many hours in a day. Even if we didn't sleep at all and work 24 hours, there's still only so much we can do. And so the great thing about Pin's AI agent is now you can have additional team members, additional like AI assistants to be able to help you have coverage with all the other roles on your desk, across your desk, and also your team's desk. And this just allows you to maximize coverage. So for a small team like us, with AI agents, we can spawn as many AI agents as they want. And while like if we did everything manually, let's say hypothetically, we could only have the physical bandwidth to do 5 roles. Now, let's say hypothetically, if the team was only Tristan and I, we can now do like 20, 30 roles because of AI agents. And so that just like to me is amazing, because 3-5 years ago, if a small team wanted to work on that many roles, the only way to do that is hiring. Find another good recruiter, give another person a shot, pay another expensive salary and hope that they're good. But this gives like smaller teams that are really lean just an extra superpower of being able to just find more candidates faster in a lean, agile way, right? And so I know, for instance, like Tristan specifically loves this AI agent. It makes her feel like a super recruiter, where instead of like only being able to do it 2 or 3 positions max, she now has the power of literally having coverage and making impact on as many positions as possible. So is there anything high level about AI agents that you're kind of really excited about, Tristan, that's been really helpful?
For sure. I think it's been a big help. And like you say, having a small lean team doesn't limit you anymore. You can still have a small team and still be able to give high volume output, which I think is a great tool to have as we move forward. But just a high level, it also comes with a lot of changes you can make and updates you can make to, how much outreach you want to do and if you want to protect or conserve your email boxes. Like those are little things that generally get overlooked, especially in the recruitment world. And it does add a lot of pressure and a lot of stress to small teams, whereas this kind of eliminates all of that pressure and allows you to just take a little bit more control in your agents. And the fact that it's already sourcing to your criteria and what you're looking for, I think is just extra bonus as well.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think it's just such an exciting time to be a recruiter now, being able to use these tools. So Tristan, I really appreciate you being able to kind of share your experience as well, in addition to mine. I think you agree with me at a high level. Like it's such a really exciting time to be a recruiter, because it wasn't that long ago where if you want to be a recruiter, the only tool was LinkedIn. And whether you love it, you hate it, that was the only tool that you could use. But now there's so many, giving them run for its money, but also being creative and really using technology in a way to help save us time to go faster, talk to more clients, talk to more candidates, and do more placements. And while people, interested to kind of hear my point of view, it's also, I think, really great for them to hear another person's point of view, like you being able to use it hand in hand. So I think high level, again, if you were to give any last words or thoughts about Pin, what would you say?
For sure. I definitely think, the future of recruitment has changed and looked very different from when we started out. And just having extra tools, extra abilities to help us, it also makes it easier for smaller teams to navigate and source at a high volume. So there's more opportunities available for everyone. It's definitely been a big time saver. It's been a big help in creating agents that can work in the background while I work on other positions, and then you can kind of swap them out. But it's generally been such a big help in finding great candidates without spending hours going through like sourcing on LinkedIn. So definitely think it's a great tool and it's growing with the future of recruitment.
They're transparent with pricing, it's affordable, it helps you to be able to ramp up fast, and whatever your experience is, your seniority level, Pin is basically there to just help everyone, whatever the use case, whatever need that you have. It's a fantastic tool, and it's definitely become one of our core products at our agency that we've come to love a lot. Not to mention their team has always been fantastic with response times, getting back to us, helping us at every step when needed. So if you are looking to bolster your recruiting efforts, you're looking for a product to try out for the first time, give them a shot. I believe they do have free trials that you can kind of try them before you buy them type of thing. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to them. They've always been super professional and kind to us every step of the way. But I hope that you found this video helpful. And again, really excited where the product is right now. And the crazy thing is it's only going to get better. This is literally the beginning just for Pin, right? And so really excited for us where this product is going to grow, how it's going to further develop, and excited to continue using it so that we can provide more value to clients, candidates, and beyond. So Tristan, thank you so much for being on here and really appreciate your time, everyone. If you have any other questions or your experience with Pin, please comment down below. We'll love to hear it, but really appreciate it. And we'll see you on next one.